Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you are, my fellow YouTubers. So, I had a great little chat with my one doctor today on video. It's the first time I did a video thing. The doctor and I talked about the coronavirus, and we both basically missed the fact that we are preparing for a second wave. We also talked about other things as well. So I decided I'd get my spreadsheets done this morning while talking to you because, well, it's a busy morning. So I figured, why not get the spreadsheets done, talk to you while Chloe does an errand. And then when Chloe gets back from the errand, which I got to write a note down, that she can turn around and take care of the banking issue this morning. So we talked to a bank last night. I have a couple of announcements to make. That's kind of interesting. Actually, it is. It's literally interesting, you know. So as soon as the dogs walk and Chloe gets back, um, from the bank, we thought about taking short, um, a short snoozer. So we want to take a short snoozer. So I thought it would be a really good idea. So I want to welcome everyone here this morning, because, I only got about 2 hours of sleep. That's why the topic said 2 hours of sleep. I mean, literally. So I had some coffee this morning to keep me going. The alarm woke me up, and then Chloe wanted to go back to sleep, and I said no. And we finally woke up, and Chloe's like, "Why?" And I said, "Because." And she's like, "No." And I said, "Yes." And eventually we got up, and there was some computer problems. So the doctor basically knows that we're all together. That we decided to just do our joint appointment together, which is fine. So we got it done, and then Chloe and I decided to, um, to get done. So the doctor and I talked, and that was the first time ever that I can actually, relate to the doctor, because the doctor and I was talking about the problems with the hospital. And so to me, I thought it was really good, service. And I, on the other hand, am happy to report that it was well worth it. I mean, literally, I actually enjoyed it to no end. And so I figured I would check in with my primary care physician out where I lived, so I can see her via video, because I don't trust any of these douchebag doctors out here because of the whole hospital situation where we live. Which, for some of you wondering what happened, well, let's just say the hospital turned around and discriminated against me so many times it's not funny. And so with me, it is not cool. So, I mean, literally, it is not really cool. So I decided this morning to try to get some spreadsheets done while she walks the dog, and then take a nap. Wait until Skype calls us up for you know. So it's been an interesting morning, so far. I'm hoping to, like I said, get a you know, a etc. Um, so what the hell? Apparently, we're having some trouble this morning. Here we go. So I had to find out where it went. So anyways, um, other than that, all is well. Like you said, I'm tired. I'm cranky. We talked about a couple other things. We actually brought up transgendered healthcare this morning because I had to finally ask. About a couple things, and so we had a nice chat, and we talked about healthcare, and she was basically spewing about the commander chief, and I was like, cool. So, anyways, how the going on about how her business is suffering from it, and I was like, okay. So I, on the other hand, was you know, so anyways, this morning's been kind of tiring. So, once the coffee wears off, I'll probably take a snoozer. Like I said, I only had 2 hours of sleep. I'm trying to get everything done so I can um, relax and then maybe do another video tonight, depending on the news article going around for what do you call it? Other issues. So, um, so I wanted to talk about something that I saw today, okay? Before you guys sit there and say, oh, well, it's not cool, I'll tell you what is going on, okay? So I was talking to uh, moderator Pee Wee this morning, sweet girl, by the way. And I said about moderator Pee Wee. Me and Pee Wee means a lot to me as a moderator and a extended family member. And we were talking about stimulus checks, and we stated, and I quote, we were talking about um, stimulus checks, and how some guy came up with an idea to give everyone a like a Direct Express type card, and I said that it was a good idea, right? And Pee Wee and I were talking about the facts that the guy basically said, the wealthy have their own ideas, the poor have their ideas, and the middle class have their own ideas. So, for example, the middle class turns around and, morning, Gail. Yeah, yeah, you got the stimulus letter thing, huh? So, anyways, for some of you guys wondering, let me explain what's going on, okay? So Pee Wee and I were talking. I sent the video to Gail too this morning before I took a nap snooze, And yes, Bun's doing fine, okay? So what happened was, I'm out of coffee again. Well, you know what? I'm going to do a tobacco dip while I do this next spreadsheet because I can. The doctor did give me the third degree about spitting in a cup. She was like, do you really want to do that? And I'm like, yes, I do. You want to complain about it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So, anyway, so what happened was, there's my cup, what happened was, we were talking, me and P, we were talking about the thing, and I know Gail's probably seen the video this morning. If Gail hasn't, I'll brief you all anyways. So basically, the guy was talking about stimulus checks right now. I don't watch a lot of shithole videos because I hate these fucking people talking about how they monetize and all this crap. And, there's too many people out there trying to make a fucking buck off of YouTube, and it's wrong. So what happened is the guy was talking about stimulus checks and how the people literally spend money, right? So you got the poor. The poor basically get $1,000 or $2,000 every 2 weeks on this check, right? on a direct express card. So they go out and they buy groceries and they buy things. Let's just say the local economy, some grocery stores are open, they have stuff, and you funnel it into the local economy. Or some people at the middle class who's at home working right now comfortably, no trouble, they're the ones that sit there with that excess money and say, oh, well, what do we need to do? We have a comfortable job. We don't need anything. We're doing great. We're doing awesome. So what do? They go invest in junk, right? So they're funneling it into Amazon or Walmart or Target or Rakuten, and 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 all of a sudden, it's those people that basically, otherwise they would take the excess money, their 1,200 or their $2,000 a week or $2,000 every 2 weeks, and they would funnel it into, no offense, but they would funnel it into accounting. They basically put it back in to make money. And because of it, they're not hurting. So, but people that are hurting, the ones suffering, it's like I was talking to my doctor this morning. I've been stockpiling as much food as possible, literally. And she said that's the way to go. Out there, the norm's toilet paper is coming back into the norm, but out here, toilet paper isn't the norm. She said, yeah, Western Washington, it's hard. So, the dealio is Chloe, had her appointment. And so, anyways, the dealios is the doctors, great doctors, by the way, that we have, was concerned about, my health and, told me I needed to go diet more and stuff, and so, anyways, so basically, back to my thing, the people that get this money, they want to put in a stipulation that you got to spend it within 10 days. Every 2 weeks, you get paid $1,000 to $2,000, and then you turn around and you got to spend it. Well, here's the problem, okay? There's two problems with it. The rich, they won't like the idea because they can't go and invest their fucking stimulus money into anything they want. And then you got the poor that will stimulus whatever they can. They'll just go out and buy whatever they need, right? Then you got the other problem, the middle class who's comfortable and they don't want to spend it because they're comfortable. They want to invest it, but they can't invest it. Say the card turns around and they can't buy things, like go to the ATM or whatever, and etc. So they're not going to the ATM. They're not getting cash back there. You have to buy it. So what do? They decide, oh, my kids need some junk or I need a new TV or something. So they go and invest in a new TV while not thinking about, oh, well, we can't save or whatever. But then you have other people, every other person, the poor funneling money into other issues, And so they're turning around and doing what they can. And they're funneling money as they can. And yet, everyone else in the world is not funneling money, And so, then you got these people buying crap. Now, too many people are going out and buying crap, right? What happens to the rest of the world, right? You can sit there and say, oh, well, it's not that bad. Everything's great, right? It isn't, because what if the spikes on things go up because price goes up? Price goes up because someone decided that they wanted to buy all the stuff out, right? Or everyone starts using the a card to buy groceries and something. Next thing you know, what happens? Money is, a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, we can't buy this because, there's nothing to buy. So again, it's a complicated issue. Literally, it's a complicated issue. So how are you doing, Gail? Well, it's a complicated issue on the grounds that people spend all this money and they're not getting anywhere. Because what happens if you can't buy groceries because everyone bought out the groceries? Then what do you got to do to spend your money down in 10 days? Buy crap and then go hungry? I mean, there's a lot of problems. And then, well, how is the system going to work for these prepaid cards? People start stealing the cards. And, I mean, it's a big, interesting concept that I sent to Gail and to Pee Wee to see their opinions, being my moderators and all, and I trust them. To see their true opinions on what they think of it. Pee Wee basically said, it's all right. I mean, it's completely right. So, but yeah, anyways, so basically it's the way it is. So, I thought it was pretty good. You know, and so to me, I thought it would be an interesting concept to talk about it, because it's interesting. So, you know, so a nice video conferencing with my doctor. Um, she looked happy. We conversed about my husband. She liked my husband, and we conversed about what we're doing out here. The discrimination of the hospitals and etc. And we had a nice little conversation, like I said, and so it was all good. So you're doing okay, Gail? Did you get those videos I sent you about the one guy talking about stimulus checks? Because I thought that was pretty damn good. What's this? So apparently, a news article just came out today in the Post. So it says here the president's attempting to shift blame for his administration, his incompetent response to the pandemic, and wants to say that if the World Health Organization doesn't change their stance and stuff within 30 days, he's going to basically close down his thingy for the World Health Organization. So yeah, there you go. So that's an interesting thing. So closing that because he wants to control the World Health Organization now. To me, that sounds pretty damn stupid in my opinion, but what the hell. So anyways, had my coffee this morning with my doctor. It was a really great time with her. We conversed, about the hormones and everything else, and why I don't trust the clinics out here. So but yeah. So I thought, it would be nice to talk about you know, what's going on that. But the doctor agreed, second wave's going to hit pretty bad. So she was basically saying it's good that I'm trying to prepare you all, my young sheep, as she calls them, my flock, to be prepared. Like Jesus would say, my sheep. And I'm not saying you guys are sheeple, but to prepare my flock for a bigger pandemic. And I was thankful for her advice, because we are suffering a big pandemic, of no uh, proportion. So, they're very interesting videos, Gail. I mean, the one guy basically spot on. But last night I was watching a couple videos, and before I took a nap, I got up this morning dragging because it's literally hard to drag, when you're going through a lot, So, um, but yeah, my doctor saw Moppy, she loves the dog, and she also asked about Boon Boon. She thought Boon Boon was the most cutest little thing in the world. She was wondering what it was. I said, he's a bunny. He's my little bun bun. And she knows how much I care for the little guy, too. So, anyways, Chloe's about to head out soon, I think. So, and then we got to turn Skype on and leave it on so the bank can call us about possibly cashing that check because we're out of options. I will tell you, I had a nice chat with my father-in-law last night. We talked about my father talking to him about um, what's going on in the world, and he was basically saying, oh, well, the country is completely corrupt, yada yada yada, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, and yeah, and I was like, keep talking about it, Dad, and he's like, that was about it. So, um, we also talked about uh, other things, one of the things we're talking about supplies. He's like, we're going to be going into, you know, what's going on. So it was an interesting, we talked about Amazon and talking about Amazon. Okay, that's something I wanted to bring up this morning. All right, you guys are all great people, and every one of you basically comes to me and they always ask me about Amazon. Well, I sent a video to Pee Wee and I sent a video to Gail. Gail's with us this morning, and let's talk about Amazon, okay? So what Amazon's doing is Amazon's going online, and they're personally going ahead. And what they're doing is they're trying to make it so people don't want to shop at Amazon. They're basically giving dates like June or July or August for toilet paper or other items that you need to dissuade you from purchasing so much on Amazon. So, for example, while I was waiting for the doctor's appointment, I checked Target for toilet paper. Couldn't find any, but I did order 5 packages of toilet paper this morning on Amazon. And so we got more toilet paper coming. The doctor basically said, Costco is completely out over where we used to live, and the grocery stores are now trickling in on toilet paper supply. She said the pandemic's going to get worse where people are going to start stockpiling more. I said, I mean, she told me outright, what we're doing is great, stockpiling what we need, ramen and beans and rice and mac and cheese and, stuff like that to survive. I mean, literally, it is what you got to do. She said it's survival mode. She did say she likes a good canned soup from time to time and other things. And, It is literally hard to get a hold of. She says it is literally hard to get over. So, so I decided to share that with you all because, frankly, it is not cool. Literally, it is not cool. People sit there and say, "Oh well, it is cool." No, it isn't. If it was cool, we wouldn't be in this position, right? So Amazon is turning around, and I was telling this to the doctor today. She orders a lot of Amazon. She said to me outright. She says, "Do you know what's going on, Rita, with the delay?" And I said, "Yes, Amazon's trying to persuade people not to shop on Amazon, and because of it. And so our doctor was very disgusted at the fact that we, as in people, been discriminated with a Catholic hospital, literally, and she was just really disgusted, with it. So she was very, very upset, and she said, that the hospitals violated my trust and that I, as a human being, should not be allowed to, or I should be allowed, she said, to uh, feel the way I feel because of um, the whole problem. So, but she's a sweetheart. So she's like a motherly figure. And she said, that she thanked me for it because she's always asked me, "Oh, are you doing okay? You dieting?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm dieting. I have treadmill, and I'm eating more salad. You know." So she was really cool talking to her about that. So it was an interesting. So I told her this morning I took some ibuprofen for my arthritis. Got free Amazon Prime. How did you get free Amazon Prime? They're charging me $6.50 for Prime. I'm gonna have to Google and see how that works. You know. Oh, free Amazon Prime trial. Okay, so you sign up for the trial. So yeah, but Gail's completely right. That there is you know, let me check my cart. Something actually disappearing in there. Oh yeah, okay. So two of my toilet papers I ordered are fine. So third one's still being processed. So which is a good thing. So. But anyways, need to check on Chloe for a minute soon. You know. Hmm. Because you're supposed to leave. Remember? Hold on. I gotta do something. Give me 1 second. So. But yeah, my spreadsheet's almost done. So. Hmm. Alright. So I asked Chloe when she's supposed to leave. She's like, "I will leave around 10 or 11." Well, it's almost 10 now, so she wants to get the bank thing done soon, so we know where we stand. So, anyways, you know how that is. So, Amazon turns around and they're trying to persuade people not to buy at Amazon right now because their warehouses can't handle the load. So they're trying to limit people on their purchases, and they're trying to limit um, other issues. So I thought that would be an interesting discussion this morning about that. Mm. Well, I don't get much in food stamps. I get $16, so to me, it's not worth using my $16 on Amazon or other issues. So to me, I'm just like whatever. So, anyways, like I said, I figured I would go in, talk to you guys for a bit while I do these spreadsheets, so I can uh, so um, yeah, it's interesting, that you know so we basically talked about things, and you know so anyways, so basically, like I said, it's been an interesting morning, um, um, so far. I don't know. You're gonna have to check your food stamp balance on the back of your card by calling it in, or if you have an app, use the app because I have no clue. Hello, food stamp bunny. Hello, my name's food stamp bunny. Hello, my name's Dippity Bunny. Oh, look at this, guys. What is it? Oh yeah, look at the bunny. So yeah, I mean, literally, like I said, we're just um it's a kind of a hassle. But like I said, it's an interesting day, so far. You know. And the spreadsheet's all she wrote. And that means it's done. So I can probably start in the next wave when and if I feel like it. So, anyways, so like I said, the doctor and I talked about the food supplies and everything. She said we're gonna have food shortages, and we better prepare for it. So I'm very cautious of that. But she's doing a lot of video conferencing where people have cameras and stuff, so it works really well. So, but the Amazon's persuading people not to buy, so they're giving exuberant dates. He was saying that she bought some blouses on Walmart or Amazon, and they're coming from China, so she thinks the delay is really long. Walmart's having some problems too. I told the manager Walmart's having a lot of trouble. Pee Wee and the doctor, and literally, you know. So having a conversation this morning with Pee Wee is interesting because it's an interesting conversation piece on she was talking about, and now you know why it takes so long to get your orders to you. Walmart is just as bad on some products. Food they are out of. They can't even order any food. I did order blouse from Amazon the other day, and the estimate date of delivery is late July. It makes me think it's coming from China. So I ordered blouses really large since the Chinese large is tiny. Those Asians are tiny people. The canned beans I ordered took almost 3 weeks to deliver it, and I overpaid for them. So you know, busy holding money to pay bills in October, and only using up essential items I use. And then she says, I do know they don't want us holding money, but heck, if I want to be late on bills, once they stop giving us any stimulus at all, only then things will get back to normal. They will need to end the unemployment to do that. Person would be stupid to go back to work when they get more staying home. But if they call you back, and then she was talking about, etc. And I said I agree completely with the you know, oh, okay. So a lawyer emailed me a story. So let's see. So she was just emailing me a thing about how to get off the check system. You know, you know, So that seems really practical. So that was just emailed to me. So the head lawyer emailed me on that. So but anyways, so so anyways, so because of Chloe's banking problem, that we are so my father-in-law turned around. Okay, so Amazon turned around and they're delaying a lot of things. They're only filling food, essential items, and personal protective equipment. Everything else is on hold. So if you're buying a book, you might be waiting 3 weeks. even with free shipping, And by the way, I just talked to Amazon this morning. They're reshipping out some of one of our orders because it's stuck in Latrobe, California, which nearby had an earthquake and a volcano, so blew or something. So our package is stuck there, and no one knows when it's going to move. So we have packages due in today, and we have packages due in tomorrow. And then the United States Postal Service has nothing going out um, today for us, so I can sit back and relax. I did write Jose 2 letters, so that was good. I'm spending some time. Jose's coffee hasn't shipped yet. I got ramen coming in on Friday. I got a book coming in tomorrow. I got more ramen coming in tomorrow. And so, and then I got one order that is fully delayed with, I got more ramen, Rice Krispie treats, jerky, pickled sausages, and pampering for my menstrual cramps still due in, which no one knows when it's coming in. So, yeah, how that is. So, hello, baby. Hi. So, that's what's going on. So, hold on a second. I was just wondering if you wanted to get in the stage yet or wait. All right, I'll just wait around then. So, anyways, like I said, we'll make up some coffee, I think, while I'm waiting this morning. Ebony, are you a hungry little boon again? Come here. You hungry? Huh? You hungry? You want the foodie woodsy? So Amazon basically is delaying and trying to encourage people not to shop because everyone is shopping on Amazon as the main hub right now. And because of it, everything is being delayed, You hungry? Oh. Are you thirsty? I guess the little boon's thirsty this morning. All right, there we go. So coffee's being made. Who else is with me? So is there anyone with me right now? Because if they're not, I thought about so Amazon, like I said, has encouraged people not to order because they're so backlogged in orders that they say if the coronavirus goes away, they got 2 or 3 months of backlog to carry on. And if it spikes, then, it's not a good thing, So, so let's check the statistics this morning. So currently there's 792 deaths, updated 30 minutes ago. In the last 24 hours, 792 with almost 22,000 people being confirmed. And, because it's the 19th, we have 13 days to see if it spikes like they say, where it's going to be 3,000 deaths. And it might be going down. I don't know. So, like I said, I'd like to know who's with me right now because, like I said, I'm thinking of logging off for a while, and I'm resting until you know you know oh yeah, Amazon is taking advantage of pricing, literally. I mean, they're literally raising their prices because of supply and demand. So for example, Amazon knows people will pay $25 to $30 for a big thing of bulk toilet paper. That's why I bought 7 packages of TP in the last 12 hours. And so, tonight I might make it a macaroni and cheese night just because of the fact that we have to wait until Wednesday or Thursday when it comes time to order stuff. But I'm going outdoors. Let's see. Love you. See you later. It's not right. Yeah, well, enjoy yourself, Gail. So the rest of you out there, I just wanted to say, have a great day. I'm gonna put a movie in and relax. Spreadsheets are done for right now, except for the next wave, which I can do anytime, which I might do a little later when I get up from a nap. I'm just waiting for Chloe to finish up so we can get this done and then we can take a nap because, we only had 2 hours of sleep, so it's best if we get everything done and then leave Skype on and then see what happens with the bank. And if the bank doesn't work well, then it doesn't work. So, with that said, everyone, please, 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 add, subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the bell notification, new content every day. It's wholesome fun for your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. And I'll see you guys probably tonight when and if I get a decent nap in. So thank you, everyone, and God bless you in everything you do.